We have traveled all over Kenya and East Africa to find hard-working farmers.
We want to celebrate them while giving them the knowledge they need to improve their farms,
get better yields,
and become profitable farmers. We will see how farmers across the region can learn from experts and from each other in every way.
Join us and our experts on this journey
and share their families' experiences as they make these changes.
Karibu to the Shamba Shape Up Safari.
Welcome to Shamba Shape Up.
Today we are in Mauta, Wakitaka location in Jinja district.
Home to the Basoga people.
In this area, there are a lot of farmers. Most of them focus on growing food crops like bananas, sweet potatoes, and maize. Coffee is also grown here.
Here, we meet Robert Muhumuza, his wife Joy, their daughter Claudia, and the many workers that help them run the 3-acre farm.
Working hard on their shamba, they grow bananas, beans, and cassava, and keep cows, pigs, and many chickens.
They make most of their money from the chicken business. But they're also having challenges with the chickens and other parts of the farm.
They called us for some help. And so we've come to find out what the problems are.
So we put up the tent and get down to business.
Shamba Shape Up!
Robert and Joy, thank you so much for inviting us to your shamba. Joy, do you help Mzee on the farm?
I'm at the farm every day. So I mainly do the farming in the garden, in the banana plantation, and with the cows. I have to make sure everything is going on well. There is grass that is hay, the cows are okay. I have to monitor the chicks, the poultry side, to see the production of the eggs, to see the feeding, to see there is water, to make sure everything is running on well, to see that the workers, the people that help us here at the farm, everyone is okay, to see their welfare is okay.
Also, you're the manager.
Yes.
Great. What do you have on your shamba?
On our shamba, we have a banana plantation. We have some cows, we have some hens, and we have some pigs. And then in some places, we have some beans and maize.
Now, Robert, in farming, there are some challenges, as usual. Which challenges are you facing in your daily activities of farming?
Mostly our challenge is the production. In May, we lost about 1,500 chicks. They had made 1 month, and then all of a sudden they started dying. And then at times on the farm, we can have a storm and you find all the banana trees just completely down. Yeah.
Claudia?
Yes.
What about you?
Sometimes when I'm not at school, this side I come maybe during the weekends. When I was at school, I used to come during the weekends. And when I'm not doing anything, I come this side. Also, I help my mom when he's doing the farm work, and also help them in the poultry side. And also feeding these ones, I just help them to carry them for the animals, for the feeds to eat. Yeah.
So well done. Now Shamba Shape Up is here, and we've come with experts.
Okay.
We'll be able to talk to you and see how we can help to make sure that you are shaped up. All right?
Happy to have you around.
Thank you so much.
As Tony gets busy with the cows, I met up with a team from Soil Cares who came to check on the farm soil. The heart of a shamba lies in the soil. Poor soil, poor crops. Simple. Knowing the condition of your soil is very important, and the only way to do that is doing a soil test. To collect a good sample, you will need soil auger or panga. Insert the auger straight in the soil about 20 centimeters deep. Turn the auger several times to cut out the soil, then pull it out carefully. Place the soil in the sample bag. Repeat this process about 20 times in different areas of your shamba in a zigzag pattern. Then, label the bag and take it to the lab. After 2 hours, the Soil Cares lab will give us the results.
The cows look good and their shed is in good condition. But Robert is not happy with the amount of milk they are getting. So, we get in a dairy expert to have a look. Hey Robert,
Yes, please.
is this what you feed your cows?
Yeah, this is what we feed these cows. This is elephantiasis grass. We planted it for ourselves. We have about 2 acres where it is planted.
Aha. And what else do you feed your cows?
Brew mash from Nile breweries. And at times we use the banana trees as you can see them around.
The banana stems.
Yeah, the banana streams.
Cyrus, before we go to the feed, you've seen the cattle shed.
Yes.
What do you think of it?
One, I must congratulate the farmer for a good job that he's doing. It's a very clean shed, well structured. One thing I must say is that the shed is really good.
Let's now go to the feed. He feeds, as you heard.
Yes.
You've heard what he feeds his cows on.
Yes.
What do you think of it?
First, let me talk about the napier grass, the elephant grass that is cutting now. Again, I must congratulate him for what he's doing. He's wilting the grass. He's not giving a fresh grass from the field. And the importance of wilting is getting rid of the excess moisture. So this is exactly the right way of feeding napier grass. It's the right way of feeding elephant grass. So it's the right thing he's doing. Now regarding the banana stems, I would want to discourage that.
Why? I thought banana stems
Banana
were juicy
stems
for the cows.
is just water.
It's
It doesn't.
water.
It has no nutrition value.
It adds nothing
It
to
has
the
no
cows.
nutritional value. It has no nutritional value. So we move away from that. What we can do is really about planning ourselves during, as we approach towards the dry season. We harvest enough of the napier grass. We harvest enough of hay. And by the way, hay is one of the best nutritional supplements for cows that we can give.
That's dry grass.
Dry grass, because of the high dry matter content, and this is what gives the cow the energy, and the products come from that. Yes.
For farmers who want to make their own feed, it is important to use a food premix to make sure that the feed has all the right minerals and vitamins for the cows. Now, can a farmer make his own premix?
No. A premix is a blend of vitamins and mineral supplements that really are a bit technical to make. This is what we provide. So this is already done for the farmer in terms of the premix itself. So he uses this now to make the dairy concentrate, the dairy meal, based on a formula on what is available for the farmer. Grains, the brewer's waste, bran, and all that. So that we can give him a formula of what he can use to blend this with and come up with a dairy meal. Yes.
So how does he use this?
Now this pack goes into a ton of feeds. So this now goes into make the complete mix of 1,000 kilos, 2.5 kilos going into the other mix to make 1,000 kilos. So this is used in a ton of feed, to make a ton of feed.
Wow, that's great. I think now what we should do is we go and start feeding the cows.
Yes.
Yeah.
All right,
Yes, let me
let's go
demonstrate
feed the
how to
cows.
do this.
Okay.
All right.
Right.
If you want to formulate your own feed, you need to contact Unga, who will come to your farm and analyze or test your ingredients and advise you on a good formulation to use. To formulate your own feeds using a premix, mix maize bran, cottonseed cake, dry fish, crushed shells, sunflower seed, premix, refined salt. All these ingredients should be well mixed with a spade or a big clean stick. Once this is done, put the feeds in bags, weigh, and then store them away from the floor and walls in a dry place.
Robert and Joy had told us that they're worried about the bananas. the rains, the banana trees fall over. This is a problem which needs a banana expert. Frank, you've looked around the shamba and you saw some of the bananas had fallen, especially because of the rains the other day.
Yes.
What were your general observations about the banana plantation?
The management is relatively good. Yeah. There are some positives and some negatives. I saw some diseases and some pests. Yeah.
You saw some diseases?
And some pests.
Uh-huh.
But I realized that the farmer is putting in a lot of manure, which is a good thing. Yeah.
What about like them falling? Are they supposed to do that?
They are not supposed. If you see bananas falling, it means that there are pests there, especially the weevils and the nematodes. And indeed, they are there.
And they're there.
Yes.
So what can she do to make that better?
Yeah, she needs to apply some management practices, especially if it is economically viable. You can apply some pesticides to control the weevils and the nematodes. That period when establishing the plantation, you have to ensure that you use clean planting material and then you manage it properly right at planting. So if the farmer is to establish another plantation, given that the existing one is getting old, then he needs to use the proper management practices right from the time of planting. Yeah. A banana will only fall when it has formed, when the stem has formed, the stem already weak, or the roots are already rotten.
Right.
So when the storm comes, it's easy for such a banana to fall down. Because you realize that most of them which are falling are actually on the surface. Okay? They've come up on the surface simply because of the poor management practices.
So Frank, what kind of variety can they grow in this particular area?
I know I come from this particular area and I know that the market out there demands for the highland cooking banana, the so-called matoke.
Yes.
So there's no any other variety they can grow other than the highland cooking banana.
So that's
So
the
when
best.
it comes to now the specifics, under the highland cooking banana, we have different varieties. Yeah.
So you can show us how to plant
exactly
properly.
I can show you that.
Okay.
Remember, pests and diseases can make your banana stem weak. Always be on the lookout for weevils and nematodes. Nematodes are microscopic worms that cannot be seen by the naked eye. When they attack bananas, they destroy roots, causing the stem to uproot or topple over. Let's see what the expert recommends to grow a good banana plantation. Identify a good area that had no banana crop before. Prepare the land. You must dig a hole that is 2 feet wide and 2 feet deep for each banana tree. Mix your organic manure with the topsoil, which must be separated from the subsoil. Use 2 matchbox amounts of meticode, which controls nematodes, and mix together. Then fill the hole back in and plant your new banana tree. Don't forget to water it. Always have a few suckers per stool to avoid competition for nutrients. Each stand should have a grandmother tree, a mother, a daughter, and a granddaughter, and no more. Under good management, you should establish new banana plantations every 8 years.
The soil results are in, and we need to make sure that the farmers understand what the results mean. When your soil carbon C and nitrogen N are low, the plants will not be able to develop roots or leaves well and will be weak. To give your soil more nitrogen, use NPK when planting. To improve your carbon, use well-rotted manure. Manure will help your soil to hold more water, hold more air, and encourage worms to work in the soil. Do not use fresh manure. Heap the manure from your animals in a shaded place in the farm. After 3 months, you can use the manure to dig into your shamba. Use CAN or urea to top dress when nitrogen levels are too low. If you're having acidic soil, remember, you must add lime. Between 10 to 15 bags are needed for every 1 acre. This will be done 3 months before planting and should be incorporated into the soil. It should be applied whenever the soil test indicates it. Test your soil at least every 2 years. Hope that's the last one.
We now need to take them to the market.
Yep.
And while we are doing that, we'll see you right after the break. Coming up, we look at the chickens and try to improve the family's lighting.
Welcome back. We're still in Mauta Wakitaka in Jinja district.
There's lots of work to be done, so let's get on with it.
Robert enjoys poultry business, mostly eggs, is their main source of income. They lost a lot of birds before, so they want to make sure they can do it right next time. We got a chicken health expert from Ultravetis to help them find out what went wrong. Now, chicken farming is a main source of income for Robert and Joy, right? Now, after looking around, do you think they're doing it right?
Yes, I'm very glad and I want to congratulate Joy and Robert. They are doing most of the things right. However, there are a few things which I've seen are wrong and I'll explain to them. First of all, for you to get the eggs, which I know it is your main intention, you have to be very good in many things, from the housing to disease management and many of the managements which are required in the farm. The housing I've seen, you have constructed very well. I congratulate you for that. But there are many other things which I would like to explain to you. Starting with the site and location, you have located the housing very nice because it is at the backyard. But the design is a bit wanting. You can see the birds are mostly concentrated here.
Why is that?
That one is because they need fresh air. You can see the spacing is okay. We have seen the number of birds. According to the spacing, the population is okay. They are not congested. But what is challenging the birds, one is too much heat and two is lack of fresh air. And why are we lacking fresh air in the chicken house? This unit has been constructed too close and parallel to the other units. In fact, you've put them together. That is not good because the maximum width that a house is required is 30 feet, an equivalent of 10 meters. So you see, this one to the other end is almost 60 feet, which is too much, and it makes air circulation at the center very challenging. So there is no fresh air at the center. You will see the birds are coming towards the end, the edge, the periphery, where there is fresh air. And you can see some birds are already staying with their wings opened and they are opening their mouths. That means there is too much temperature. And when you see something like that, it means they are under stress. When the chicken are having stress, they do not lay good.
A chicken house should be a big rectangle, big enough to have 2 square feet per bird. For the laying chickens, the house should have at least 1 laying box for every 5 chickens. This means for 3,000 chickens, he needs 600 laying boxes. Each box needs to be 1 foot cubed and in a darker part of the chicken house.
Direct sunlight is not allowed in chicken house, especially layers. I heard you complaining that one of your birds has been being eaten. That is a problem, a vice in chicken called cannibalism. And one of the causes of cannibalism is direct sunlight into the chicken house, too much heat, so much congestion, and poor feed. Biosecurity is encompassing many factors, which includes cleanliness, and it is basically preventing those germs from reaching your birds or from reaching the various birds in the unit so that there is no spread of the disease. That is biosecurity. However, to prevent diseases, there is also vaccination. And vaccination, there is a program which you should follow that shows you when to do vaccination and which vaccine to give against which disease. When you're doing vaccination, you have to follow the correct procedure so that you handle the vaccine properly so that it does not die. If the vaccine dies, it means your birds will not be protected. And it also has to be handled so that you don't give at the wrong time. It should be given at the right time, right dosage, in the right process. Well, talking about biosecurity, I see most of your ventilation sites in the curtains or the chicken wire has dust. Gumboro is one disease caused by viruses, and those viruses can stay in the dust, can stay on litter, can stay in around the compound and become viable for a very long time. For you to prevent such diseases, you need to do thorough cleaning. Before you bring in new birds, you make sure that you clean the housing very thoroughly and give a rest period where there are no birds within your farm for a minimum period of 2 weeks. So that when you bring in the birds, you are sure there is no more virus around.
Now that the birds are inside here, how can we do the disinfectants?
You do what we call fogging. You spray, it produces small droplets of the disinfectant and then they inhale. It will help a lot, and also it will prevent, if there are the germs in the chicken house, it will suppress their growth, even when the birds are in.
Try to disinfect the chicken house before each flock moves in. If you haven't disinfected the house and there's already a flock in the house, fog the house using a disinfectant to stop diseases spreading. There's a lot to remember to get the chicken business in top condition. Make the house the right size, the house clean, the birds are vaccinated against all diseases at all times.
Now it's time to look at the family's lighting. They have a solar system already, but it's not enough to light the house and the animal sheds. We know who to call to fix this problem. Daylight! Now, Immaculate, you've walked around the house and you've seen the challenges the farmers are facing, especially when it comes to lighting.
Yeah, sure.
Do you have a solution for them?
Yes, I do. I've seen the main challenge they have here is lighting because there is no grid power. And they do have provision for light that they're using, but of course it's not going across all the rooms that they're using. So Delight as a company has various systems that you can use. I would recommend the D20, which is our home unit for now.
It includes a solar panel, a battery pack that runs 2 hanging solar lights, 2 light switches, and a portable lantern. The battery also charges your phone.
It also gives you an extra lamp that comes with it, the S20, which is more portable. You can move around with it. Say like at night when the farm workers have to go and check on the chicken or the cattle. So they just use this. It's just very simple, you can see, with one light. This is the second level of lighting. We give 2-year warranty on all our products.
Where can we get these kind of appliances?
They are found in all Total stations across the country.
Installing it is very easy. First, nail the solar panel on the roof. Then, connect its wires to the battery and screw the battery onto the wall. Run the lighting wires to where you want the lights to hang and screw the switches onto the wall. There are 2 extra sockets so you can add 2 more hanging lights. The D-Light D20 solar home system provides you the safety and security of having light when you need it most. It is the perfect way to light your structures such as barns, sheds, chicken shed, and more. Now the chickens will have light both day and night. We have learned a lot here in Ginger. And I think with all the advice we have heard, the farmers, bananas, cows and chickens will all soon be making great profits. It's been a great show and we'll see you next time right here on
Shamba Shape Up.
We've covered so much, and if you are like me, you may not remember it all.
Weather, diseases, new crops, type of crops, cows, goats, chickens, markets,
and so much more.
Shamba Shape Up has a service to help you. so you don't have to remember everything.
It is called the AAK Shamba, and it can send information to help you know what to do on your farm and when to plant.
You can even call and talk to an expert if you get really stuck.
Just send an SMS with the word JOIN to 21606.
And you can shape yourself up anytime and anywhere. Shamba Shape Up is online. To learn more about today's topics or to watch any of our previous episodes, visit shambashapeup.com, select the episode and click play. You could also visit our Facebook page, Shamba Shape Up, to get more information, get involved in discussions, and also get a chance to enter some of our great competition to win great prizes. You can also find us on Twitter @Shamba Shape Up.